Okay, we're actually just going to put a string line across these two faces from one side to the other here. Now, if we were trying to keep these two faces in line, we obviously really don't want to put the string line straight on the front because by the time we tighten it up, we're going to have a bit of a gap behind. So what I prefer to do is maybe just pop the string line around the back here, put our tack in on a bit of an angle. We've got the loop in our string line that can sneak across the front. If we just pop that a little wee bit further that way, we're not getting, the string line itself is not getting interfered with the knot or any depth on it. So we can then just run this across to the other side. There for a second. If we come around the corner, do a similar thing. Tack our nail in, bend it slightly back. Get out of the way. And when we come up to hook the line on, what we'd normally do is just grab a hold of the string line, twist several times around, out and over our nail. We can then crank the line up nice and tight. Behind is obviously, if we're trying to get a line, tightness is crucial. We don't want any sag. And what I'd normally do then, I'd roll that round there, and to make it easy to get off, this is just what I prefer to do. Most situations, we could sort of loop that a little bit and tie it more like a knot. I prefer just to loop that basically as the loop part of a knot on it. Now that'll hold really well. When we pop that off, all we're going to do is pull on the end. So we've got it, regardless of whether we're lining this way or whether we were lining height to height in a straight line that way, the line is nice and tight, so we would have hardly any sag in it. If we don't pull the line up tight enough, we end up with that dipping, and in the case of brickwork or whatever that may be, we end up with even though we've put a line on, we can end up following a dip in the line. So it's crucial that things are pulled up nice and tight. Once that comes off, as I was saying, that just pulls there, flicks over the end. We can then take the pressure off it, pop that back off the end. There's no knot or anything there. And when we wind that up, round the top, round the bottom, fairly loose this line. If it had been pulled right the way off and wound up tighter, we wouldn't have that sort of bagginess in it. Winding it up that way, flicking off the other end. Again, it's wound up that figure eight just to be able to enable it to dry out. Obviously that